Lights, cameras, and a huge welcome back to our journey through the cinematic history of Prince George. We're rolling out the red carpet today to look at the screens, big, small, and outdoors, that have entertained this city for over a century. The early reels, 1914 through 1929. Our story kicks off in 1914 with the grand opening of the Rex Theater, the city's early pioneer of the silver screen. 5 years later, on October 22, 1919, the Dreamland Theater joined the scene, right as the old Princess Theater dimmed its lights for the last time. The 1920s brought a whirlwind of change. The Dreamland closed shop in 1923. But cinema-goers didn't have to wait long. The Capitol Theater burst onto the scene on January 24, 1924. By 1926, the Strand Theater opened its doors, while the original Rex finally called it a wrap. As the decade wound down, the Capitol also closed its doors in the late 1920s. The Golden Age and the drive-in boom, 1942 to 1959. After a quiet spell, movies returned in a big way on July 30, 1942, when Skeena Theaters opened the Princess Theater. Then came the era of the automobile. In the early 1950s, Lloyd's Drive-In gave Prince George its first taste of movies under the stars. Competition heated up on July 29, 1954, with the opening of the StarTime Drive-In. While Lloyd's closed in the late 1950s, the outdoor trend stayed strong with the Moonlight Drive-In opening on August 8, 1959, a spot later taken over by Odeon Theaters. The Corporate Showdown, 1960s through 1970s. The 60s saw the big chains move in. Famous Players premiered the Parkwood Theater on April 7, 1966, and followed it up with the Spruceland Theater on February 26, 1969. Not to be outdone, Odeon took control of both the Princess and the Strand that same year. The 70s brought some alternative programming. On April 4, 1972, the Silver Kitten Adult Cinema opened, rumored to have ties to California's famous Pussycat Theaters. Meanwhile, the classics were fading. The Strand closed on July 20, 1975. To keep up with the times, the Odeon Princess was rebranded and split into the Odeon Cinema 1, 2, and 3 on June 27, 1977. Famous Players struck back on November 9, 1978, opening the Plaza 400 Cinemas 1 and 2. Effectively signaling the end for the Moonlight Drive-In, which closed that same year. Niche screens and multiplexes, 1979 through 1998. In 1979, Prince George got a taste of international flair when the RP Theater opened on September 14th, showing Bollywood hits. Sadly, the drive-in era took another hit as the StarTime closed on September 23, 1979. By 1981, the RP Theater pivoted to adult films, but the venture was short-lived. It closed in 1982. The same year, the Silver Kitten vanished from the local ads. The outdoors got one last hurrah in 1987 with the opening of the Park Drive-In. The early 1990s also saw the mysterious Magic Shadow Theater come and go, closing by the end of the decade. The 90s were a time of major consolidation. May 15, 1991, the Parkwood closed to make room for mall expansion. September 30, 1992, the Spruceland closed. October 1, 1992, Famous Players exited the Plaza 400, but Landmark Cinemas quickly swooped in to reopen it as the Coronet Theaters on December 11, 1992. May 21, 1997, the modern Famous Players 6 multiplex arrived. March 16, 1998, Landmark officially closed the Coronet. The modern era, 2000s and beyond. As we entered the new millennium, the landscape was down to the big players, the Famous Players 6, the Odeon Cinema 3, and the Park Drive-In. On July 26, 2001, Cineplex Odeon pulled the curtain on the Odeon 1, 2, and 3. A few years later, in 2005, Cineplex Entertainment officially took the reins of the Famous Players 6. Interestingly, even here in 2026, if you look up at the marquee, that classic Famous Players name still stands tall, holding on to a piece of Prince George history.